Hey everyone, my name is Tony and welcome back to the channel. So in this video, I'll be sharing with 5 practical SketchUp tips to save you hours out of your workflow and make modeling faster. Let's jump in. If you're importing high poly furnitures, vegetations, or detailed manufactured models into your SketchUp file, then you can expect your file to slow down very quickly. And a quick solution to fix that problem is to use Skimp. With Skimp, you can reduce the polygon count while maintaining the overall appearance of your model. Let's say this is your model and you've already brought in a lot of furnitures that are affecting its performance. Now, one thing that Skimp can do really well is reduce the polygon count while maintaining the overall appearance of the model. So for example, we'll go to this face. And if you go over to Skimp, you have Simplify Selection. Go over to Skimp and you can select Simplify Selection. At most, the model is 137,000 faces. And you can bring this slider down to reduce it even more. As you can see, while the model changes slightly, the overall appearance still remains the same. And obviously, if you go all the way to 0, you're completely going to damage your model, but you want to keep this somewhere reasonable. So somewhere around 43% should do the trick. Go ahead and click on Replace, and it's going to ask you to purge unused. It replaces that object, and now you have something. And now you have an object that's optimized for performance with a significant polygon count reduced. Now you can do this to all the other models as well if you really want. So let's do this to the rest of the entire model. Now for comparison, we started with a file that was around 80.4 megabytes. And after the polygon reduction of certain 3D objects, we ended up with a file that's 55.9 megabytes. As you can see, drastic decrease, better performance, and you can do it all with Skimp. As always, the link will be in the description. Now, as the project becomes larger, finding and managing your 3D model can become a little more frustrating. Now, as a general rule, you should model everything with untag as current. And as you progress, create your own tagging system so you can manage your model visibility with ease. So you want to go under tags and you want to create your tags right here. For example, you can create one for Windows and assign each one of these objects to their respective tags. For example, you can turn off all of your windows, landscape lights, and pavements, and work specifically on the walls. And vice versa, you can keep the windows and walls on and work on the pavement and the landscape lighting if you need to. This allows you to hide elements that are not the focus of modeling, so things become a little bit easier as you model. Now, before we continue, let's talk about one of the biggest mistakes SketchUp users make. And that mistake is avoiding sticky geometry. Now, sticky geometry happens when ungrouped edges and faces automatically merge and interact whenever they touch. And while this is expected in SketchUp, it can quickly become frustrating if you don't organize your model properly. Now, the easiest way to avoid this is to simply group your main objects as you model. For example, in the case you have your floor and walls connected together, like this. First, select your floor and walls and group them together. And when you edit that group, you want to then separate these two elements. So you group your floor and then you group your walls. And while you're editing both of these groups, you might need to do a little bit of cleanup because everything was connected in the first place. And that leads into our next tip. You want to be using more groups and components. Sounds very simple, but it's one of the biggest improvements you can make to keep your models organized, easier to edit, and much less frustrating to deal with. Now, whenever you're creating repeated objects, a few lighting fixtures, landscape elements, you want to use components instead of groups. And the reason why is because every instance of these models reference the same model, which in return means smaller file size and much easier editing. Well, let's say you wanted to make some changes to these windows. Because they are all components, you can easily change one, and then we'll update every other instance in your model. Suppose I wanted to update just a couple. Right click and make unique and make changes to this one model. As you can see, you're better off using components instead of groups, and for much larger project with a lot of repeated elements, this can save you a massive amount of time. If you constantly work in architectural models, then placing doors and windows is a very common task, and double cut can save you a huge amount of time when it comes to doing this. Now, normally you would need to create the openings manually, where you have to open the opening through the wall, push-pull, and then place your door or window. And if there's a shift in the location of that opening, then you would have to not only move the component, but also the opening on the wall along with it. Now, double cut does this automatically, and it creates the opening through multiple faces all at once. First, you want an outline of your opening as well as your component. And the first step is to merge these two together. And you make a component. You want to set glue to any. Make sure cut opening is checked, and you want to set the component axis. First, we'll set our axis on the corner here. We'll set the red axis on the length. The green axis has the height, and the blue axis becomes the depth. Finish your component, and you get this confirmation message here. So now anytime we move our window on a wall, it will create an opening along with it. And if you just so happen to shift this component from left to right, that opening moves along with it. This becomes increasingly useful when working on larger residential, where you're placing dozens of doors and windows, and it's one of those extensions that removes repetitive tasks almost completely. Now, one of the biggest time savers that you can apply is to not model the same object twice. Now, whenever you create a custom piece of furniture, detail, fixture, a detail, a landscape asset, you want to save them into a library. And over time, you're going to build a collection of content that's ready to drag and drop into future projects. And you can do this fairly simple. Just right click on your component and save to device. And you want to create a library where you're going to save this new SketchUp file. And you can do this across different projects, especially the interior ones, which have a lot of objects that you can easily reuse. For example, in the SketchUp model that we created a profile builder tutorial for, we created preset models for the bottom cabinets, upper cabinets, and the countertop, and we created various variations of those same assets, which made it extremely easy to edit the profile builder assemblies and create different styles. Be sure to watch that tutorial on the channel. The link will be in the description. And that's gonna be all for this video. Those are 5 tips that will save you hours out of your workflow. For more information on any of the extensions that we've used in the videos, the links will be in the description. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.